So what can be done naturally to try and improve your chances of conceiving? Oh my gosh, favorite topic. There's so much that you can do. And I want you to realize how empowered you can be through this information, how much you can actually help to control. So the first really big topic is eating well and nutrition. Really, really important. You look at what you eat, not just to improve your overall health, reproductive health in particular, but also the health of your baby, because the newest studies are suggesting that actually what we eat can have a direct bearing and influence in terms of the health of any future babies that we might conceive. So how do we eat? Basically, as naturally and organically as possible. You want to try and cut out anything that's over-processed, anything that contains too many chemicals, too many additives or sweeteners, refined sugars, any chemicals or hormones that can potentially make any conditions like polycystic ovaries or endometriosis much worse. Then we need to look at exercise. Exercise is super important in terms of keeping your body mass index within the normal range, reducing the risk of miscarriages, improving the chance of conception, and also improving blood flow to all your different organs like the uterus and the ovaries. It's also vital in terms of improving your libido or sex drive and releasing feel-good, happy hormones. So loads of reasons as to why you should be doing it. The recommendation is about 150 minutes per week if you're looking to get pregnant. Then we look at stress. Stress is a massive thing that can have a profound effect on fertility, but yet doesn't really get discussed very much. Most of us are in a state of permanent alert or chronic stress, simply through having to meet everyday demands. The most important thing is to realize that this is the case, and then to try and find techniques to help you, whether it's mindfulness, visualization, hypnotherapy, acupuncture, reflexology, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're into, just try and find that thing that you tune in with that helps you to de-stress every day and commit to that as a daily practice for yourself. Next, it's all about detoxing. So this isn't just through the food that you eat, but it's also through anything that we find in the environment or in our homes that could be having an effect. Did you know that the average woman carries over 120 toxins on her body every single day as soon as she steps outside of the door? And this isn't just through outdoor pollution, it's also through using household products and also any makeup or anything that we might use to shower or bath with. So try and replace these products with more naturally sourced ones that are organic, that don't use chemicals which can be harmful to sperm and eggs, and in particular any reproductive hormones that are regulating your fertility. Smoking is an absolute no-no. You've got to stop this, even with e-cigarettes. Smoking can directly damage eggs and sperm, but also the lining of the womb, not to mention the health of any babies. So this is an absolute no-no. When it comes to alcohol, I'm not saying no completely. We all know that alcohol can help us to de-stress from time to time. The usual recommendation that I make to my patients is to have up to 2 units per week if you're a woman and up to 5 units a week if you're a man, but no more than this. It's really important you try and cut this down because alcohol can also damage your hormones and can have a damaging effect on the liver, which is responsible for detoxing our whole body and therefore for trying to improve fertility. And the final thing I want to get across is sex. Sex is vital, people, if you want to get pregnant. We all need to be having much more sex than we are. This is the common thing that I find across most couples that come to see me. They're just not getting enough. And I understand, because there's so much pressure on all of us to try and meet everyday demands. People just aren't in the mood and they don't have the time. But you've got to commit to having sex on a regular, spontaneous basis. Try not to get too fixated and regimented about only having sex when it's time that you ovulate, because this can put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, not just on you, but on your partner as well. Instead, have sex at least 3 times a week throughout your cycle. And the newest research and studies are also suggesting that by having a lot of sex in the lead up to ovulation, what you're doing is ultimately improving your immunity and the chance of any conception. So hope you've got loads of tips from that and have managed to see just how much you can actually do to try and help yourself to become pregnant.